Hey, party people, it's Cliff. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a lovely day. We're about to head to work. Easy as that. And I forgot what I was going to talk about today. No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. I don't know. Oh, right. So, there's some lights in my apartment that I got. And they're really good. They're LEDs. Comes with an app. And you hit but the thing is, you hit the button on the app, it takes about 30 seconds for those lights to respond. And then I'm just glad that each one of these lights has a physical switch, because I just turn them off manually. There's some things in this world where you don't need a new piece of technology in order to just be a piece of technology, there are things that always work and things you don't need to upgrade because, it's been, I think I remember seeing a video about the screwdriver and the way that a screwdriver is designed, with the handle. Because if you look at a screwdriver, and I know I'm not going to post any pictures or whatever, but the screwdriver is designed so you can put a socket wrench on top of it and get more torque. And the little knob on the front where your thumb is when you're with the screwdriver, that little knob, and this guy pulling out in front of me, that's fine. But the little knob is there so you can have grip when you have a grip. The screwdriver has been around for 100 years, and there's little improvements here and there, but pretty much it's the same. So that's it. Nothing too crazy, nothing too complicated. It's just that you don't need, if something works, right? That's the famous saying, is if a light switch works, even though it's up or down, and you don't need to fix it, and it works for you as a convenience, you don't need to shove an app into the damn thing. But nowadays, all the folks are shoving an app into it. Oh, it needs an app. Oh, I need an app to figure out when my fuel is going to be going bad in the car. I need to fill up gas, or I need an app to tell me when my fridge is getting pissy about the temperature is not at exactly the right temperature to keep food cold, or it needs to be this or that. I think people are too, I think that if you are fast to upgrade and you upgrade too quickly, then there's more problems that come with that. I think it's also the same with AI, and the same with anything new. I don't know. But anyway, it's an overcloudy day. We got some traffic here, driving around. That's just a nice and quiet morning. Very short weekend because we worked on Saturday. Well, I guess we could talk about the topics of the day, right? At the same time, we got the Artemis 2 crew going to the moon. They're probably going to reach the moon today and circle it, so that'll be a fun thing. And then we're also at war with Iran as the United States. Crazy how two things can happen. Oh, they did get that pilot though, or the weapons officer, so that's good. I try to keep it with the military news. I do have a feeling that I'd probably be, if I ever went into the military as a kid, backtracking and all that, I'd probably be a good military guy. Follow the directions, follow orders, learn something. I guess I could look back and just say, I could probably be doing good in any field, in any job. You just have to learn. You just have to study it. And then, I kind of wish that they would, not wish, but yeah, I remember a long time ago, I was working at the digital media lab at NC State University, and there was a fellow there. I can't remember his name, but he was looking to go into Wall Street, into banking, and he started off, and this was like what 2000s. So he started off got a job at one of the Wall Street like banks, started making 100 and something thousand a year, and I'm just sitting there like, man, that's good on you. I wanted to do film in Hollywood. I guess what you do is all right. And I hope he's doing good. I would assume so. And I guess I've been doing all right too, so I can't complain. Oh, it's also Easter Sunday, so happy Easter if you guys are out there. Yeah, it's one of those funny things, like you get a whole bunch of videos that are like every video you see on YouTube has some sort of like drama or some sort of angle, Somebody's got a course or a program to sell you. Somebody's got a typical subject. And that's the other thing, like I can cut these videos and make them very specific and write it out and explain the point and have it be concise, and then do all the the technicals of the ad revenue and and build up a community and all that stuff. That can happen. Like, I know the game. I've built channels before for other folks. But in that turn, you realize, like, it's just how much time and effort do you want to put into something in order to make good good content, good videos, good subject matters, good entertainment. And I was watching the video the other day, like all these social media influencers are losing their the amount of money that they make is a lot less. And I wonder how much they spend every day. I think we tried to do a TV series about Instagram House or something like that. I'm sure there's like studios around town that have tried to do that, where they take a whole bunch of Instagram influencers and throw them in a house and see what happens. I bet the show already exists, but I haven't watched it. And maybe that's it. There's just too much stuff out there. Too much stuff, and you got to throw all the technology into it. I don't think you need to. But to each their own. A crazy way of doing things. Yeah, it's funny, like I'm sure I'll have more like thoughts. I think I'm an orange cat, one brain cell this morning. For that. But I don't know, the lessons that I hold as sort of like core values or ideas, those are, and that's in like the last couple weeks of videos, like all of those like little ideas. I mean, when you really get down to it, oh, look at this car, it's a nice car. But when you really get down to it, you have, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just a feeling. It's like, wait, you don't need to react to everything. You don't need to shove an app into everything. You just need to like wait and calm down for a second, right? Like, just chill out, I talked with my dad about that. You remember the catalytic, the car converter. Jeez, I can't even talk. But the catalytic converter, I'm like, all right, well, it's like, let's solve the problem. Like, is the car losing power? Is the Oh, dude, this guy's smoking a pipe at the bus stop. Like, that's what that guy was doing good. He's living life. I got nothing today. But that's just the point, right? Because sometimes you just have nothing. Just sitting there in silence and like reflecting on, the things that you did the other day, or reflecting on the things that you're going to do for that day. That's it. You know? I guess like all of these apps are trying to get your time and get your attention. And sometimes you just realize that eventually you don't need it. I guess I spent my a lot of my life making some good stuff for you guys to watch. So I guess it's not hypocritical, but I guess the difference is like somebody like forcing you to get something, or scamming you out of your things without your willingness to do it, versus like, hey, this is this cool thing, like I hope you watch it. A lot of documentaries that are like that. In LA, I think there's, the as many people as I drive past or walk past or go through the mall, I'm probably walking by the same, couple of people every day, but you just don't notice it, Like I take the same exact path to work every day. Poor woman, I don't know what she's doing. She was, and I'm sure that somebody else takes the exact same path and our paths line up for some reason. It's funny. If you did get to this part of the video, which nobody, let's be serious, nobody has. I've gotten 0 views on all the past, like 3 weeks or whatever. You realize that like if you did, you're one of the very few people in this entire world that can actually, like, either you're doing something else while you're watching this, or you're just watching this to watch it out of curiosity. And everyone in Hollywood wants to be famous. Everybody has their Oscar speech, but maybe you're watching this afterwards, or maybe somebody's clipped this and said, oh, whatever. Or you're watching it and you're like, wow, this is fucking boring. This is like, what is this guy on? Like, he is not there. He is not all with it. But a lot of the things that, I am not doing a good job of making the case to have you watch this stuff, because let's be honest, if you're watching this whole thing, like this is what actually is normal, like like crazy, like conversations that are sort of piecemealed together, things that just are half thoughts and half truths, because everything's happening up in here. Everything's happening in the mind, and like going over the plan today, going over what to do, and like, oh, I gotta wash the car tonight, and just normal stuff. I guess that's it. No lesson, no reasoning, just pure boring thoughts that are boring. But that's what life is. It's a lot of boring. And then, you get to have some cool stuff, and then it gets boring again. But these boring times are when you get to reflect on life. You get to reflect on, all the stuff that's happening in the world, all the stuff that's happening in your world. And yeah, just chill out. Don't need to be all entertaining every waking moment of your life. Just enjoy with the time that you have. All right, until next time, have a good one, guys.